Hey you, before you scroll, let's talk. Ever walked away from a conversation feeling like your brain's been twisted into a knot? Like, you were 100% sure about something, but by the end, you're not sure of anything anymore? If that sounds familiar, you might have been gaslit, and you didn't even know it. Welcome to Cerebral Twists, where we take tricky psychological stuff, break it down, and make it real. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what gaslighting is, how to recognize it, and how to defend yourself against it. And here's the twist. I'm going to use a few gaslighting tactics on you during this video, but you won't realize it until the end. Ready? Let's go. Let's start with the basics. Gaslighting is when someone makes you question what you know is true. It's not just lying, it's more than that. A gaslighter doesn't just say, "I didn't do that." Instead, they make you question your memory, your feelings, or even your sanity. Imagine this. You're standing in a room with the lights on. Someone walks in and says, "The lights are off." You know the lights are on, you can see them, but they keep saying, "Nope, it's completely dark in here." After a while, you might start wondering if you're the one who's wrong. That's gaslighting. It makes you doubt what's right in front of you. Here's the thing. It's not always as obvious as someone denying the lights are on. It can be subtle, like when someone tells you, "You're overreacting," or "That never happened." Over time, these little comments can make you doubt yourself. Gaslighting comes in many forms. Let's break it down into 6 common types so you can recognize them when they happen. 1. Countering. This is when the gaslighter argues with your memory. They make you feel like you're wrong about something you're sure you remember. Example, you say, "I told you I needed help with this last week." They respond, "No, you didn't. You're remembering it wrong." What's happening? They're trying to mess with your memory. They want you to trust their version of events more than your own. Takeaway. When someone argues with your memory to make you doubt yourself, that's countering. Trivializing. This happens when the gaslighter makes your feelings seem unimportant. They act like you're blowing things out of proportion. For example, you say, "It really hurt me when you ignored me during that meeting." They respond, "You're overreacting, it wasn't a big deal, what's happening?" They're downplaying your feelings to make you think you're being unreasonable. The takeaway, when someone says your feelings are too much or overreacting, they're trying to make you feel like your emotions aren't valid. Denial. Denial is when the gaslighter completely refuses to admit something happened, making you question whether it even happened at all. For instance, you say, "You promised you'd help me with this project." They reply, "I never said that. What's happening?" They're trying to rewrite history, making you doubt your memory. The takeaway? When someone denies a conversation or event you know happened, they're trying to make you doubt your reality. Diverting. This one is all about changing the subject. When you bring up an issue, they quickly shift the conversation to something else to avoid addressing the real problem. For example, you ask, "Why did you lie about that?" And they respond, "Why are you always so negative? What's happening?" They're trying to make you defend yourself instead of answering your question. The takeaway? When someone changes the subject to make you defend yourself, they're diverting attention from the real issue. Stereotyping. This happens when someone uses stereotypes to dismiss your concerns. They act like your feelings aren't real, but just part of a larger cliché group behavior. For example, you say, "I'm upset because you didn't invite me." They respond, "Oh, you're just being dramatic." Typical insert stereotype. What's happening? They're reducing your feelings to a stereotype, making you feel like your reaction is predictable and not valid. The takeaway here is that when someone uses stereotypes to dismiss your feelings, they're gaslighting you by making you feel like your emotions aren't unique or important. Withholding is when the gaslighter pretends they don't understand what you're saying, making you feel like you're not expressing yourself well. For example, you try to explain why you're upset and they respond, "I don't understand what you're talking about," or "You're not making any sense. What's happening?" They're pretending not to understand to make you feel like you're not communicating well, even though you are. The takeaway here is that when someone acts like they don't understand what you're saying, even though they do, they're withholding to shut down the conversation. Recap. Key types of gaslighting. Let's quickly go over the main types of gaslighting we've talked about. Countering. When someone argues with your memory, trying to make you question what you know. Trivializing. When they downplay your feelings, making you feel like you're overreacting. Denial. When they outright deny something happened, even if you're sure it did. Diverting. When they change the subject to make you defend yourself instead of focusing on the issue. Stereotyping. When they use stereotypes to dismiss your concerns as typical behavior. Withholding. When they pretend not to understand what you're saying to shut down the conversation. These are the tricks gaslighters use to make you doubt your reality. Now that you know what they are, you can start spotting them in your everyday life. Let's talk about how gaslighting is evolving. It's not just happening in personal relationships anymore, it's happening online, in politics, and on social media. Digital gaslighting is becoming more common, and it can make you doubt what you see and hear every day. Here's a perfect example: deepfakes. Imagine someone sends you a video of yourself saying something you know you didn't say. But the video looks so real that you start to question yourself. Did I actually say that? This is gaslighting on a whole new level. Hypothetical question. If you saw a video of yourself doing something you're sure you didn't do, how long would it take before you started doubting your memory? That's the scary part about digital gaslighting. It can make you question things you know for sure. Now that you know how to recognize gaslighting, how do you defend yourself against it? Here's a simple plan you can use the next time someone tries to make you doubt yourself. 1. Recognize the signs. When someone makes you doubt your memory or feelings, pause and ask yourself, is this really about me, or are they trying to avoid responsibility? 2. Trust your gut. You know what you experienced. Trust yourself. Don't let someone else convince you that your feelings or memories are wrong. 3. Stand your ground. You can calmly say, I remember what happened, and I don't appreciate you trying to make me doubt myself. 4. Get a reality check. Sometimes talking to someone outside the situation can help. If you're feeling confused, get a second opinion from someone who isn't involved. It'll help you see things more clearly. Remember at the start when I said I'd be using gaslighting on you throughout this video? Well, I have been. Did you catch it? When I asked, you're smarter than that, right? I was subtly planting doubt, making you question whether you've missed something. Every time I framed a question in a way that made you second-guess yourself, that was a little dose of gaslighting. But here's the good news. Now that you know what gaslighting feels like, you'll be able to spot it in real time. You'll be more aware the next time someone tries to mess with your reality, and you'll be ready to stop it. Now that you know how to spot gaslighting, how to defend yourself, and how to trust your gut, what are you going to do next? Are you going to let someone manipulate you again, or are you going to start standing up for your reality? Let me leave you with this. You control your reality. Don't let anyone make you doubt what you know is true. Trust what you know. You're stronger than any manipulation they throw your way. If you're ready to keep learning how to protect your mind and your emotions, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started. And remember, your reality is yours. Don't let anyone take that away from you.
Ow.